Hello and welcome to James's video log entry number 4. It was interesting. I actually had somebody invite me to a get together. I wasn't expecting that. It was so sudden. I think, the world's an interesting place. Things tend to happen so quickly. They come out of nowhere, and I'm beginning to believe that action is necessary to some extent, but also there's the other side of the coin, which is the universe acting upon its duties, whatever that function is. I don't know. It's been weird. A lot of weird coincidences recently. It's just everything is changing so quickly, and I just thought I would share this with you guys. I don't know. I guess I could talk. So I was washing the dishes today, and I was just kind of thinking about a lot of things. My mind tends to water a lot, of course, but I was thinking, and I somehow came to the conclusion. Everybody has heard about cognitive behavioral therapy and how that can manifest into a good life, and I think I've started to internalize that a lot more. I knew of it as a theory, but I couldn't quite implement it. But recently, it's just been, I don't even know how to explain it really. It's just been happening, And I don't think it really requires any more thinking past that, I had another thought about that, but I can't quite remember. I went through my own monologue of the whole process. I didn't write it down though, so whatever. So that's cool. So the Foxhole radio, I still have, I've been slacking off on that, so I have to get a lot of materials, but my mind tends to have a lot of friction, so I have to get myself to go outside and get everything that I need. Honestly, I don't need much. I think I need a copper wire. I'm missing a razor blade. It depends on, you have blue razor blades and then like the standard ones. I guess the blue is what they're looking for because it performs as a diode, and the graphite connecting to, it's like a contact diode, whatever that means. I don't know, but I have figured out what a diode is. It's pretty interesting. So from my understanding of what a diode is, it's basically two semiconductors. You have a p-type and an n-type semiconductor. The n-types are the it's a silicon basically doped with another element that is missing. For the n-types, it's going to be having one extra valence. So if you look at silicon, they have 4 valence. So they need 4 more connections, right? From chemistry, you just need 4 more connections, covalent connections. And that can be done just by the geometry of the space. So what happens is that they dope the silicon with another element that actually has 5 as opposed to 5 valence as opposed to 4. That means there are going to be free electrons just bouncing around the material. That's why it's called an N-type, because it's naturally negative, I guess. Or, I don't think it's naturally negative. That means, that's how my brain is looking at it, I guess. So the N-types are that, and the positive P-types are the switch of that, or the inverse, whatever you want to call it. So that's interesting. When you put a charge through these diodes, for a direct current, you get a barrier. You get a voltage barrier. So the only way you can get a charge going through that barrier is if you exceed that voltage, I don't know what to call it, gate, filter, whatever. And if you flip it on the other side, then that means you get currents. The p-type, obviously, is the positive is going to be connected to the negative terminal, and then the negative is going to be connected to the positive terminal. And it creates a complete barrier that cannot be exceeded no matter how much voltage you put through it. So that's also very interesting. I think there are some applications of that. I watched Engineering Mindset to kind of understand that. But you can also use it for alternating currents, just because of the fact that these diodes, based on their structure, create a backwards they only go forwards, not backwards, because again, P and N types, right? The N type's going to be on their side, and the P is going to be on the other, the side closest to the negative terminal, or alternating current, whichever way the electron flow is going. Yeah. So you get like these half sinusoids or waves or whatever you want to call them. They're not negative. There's no more negative voltage. It's always purely positive. So that's cool. So they use diodes for that, and you can actually what do they call it? Rectifiers. Yeah. So yeah, you have these interesting things called rectifiers, which actually have an input of AC and an output of DC. So that's they're obviously practical uses for that. We have rectifiers in our car because when you turn your key, you get an AC at first, and you need a DC to charge your battery, obviously. So, I don't know. I always say obviously, even though I just know. I guess I don't know. I shouldn't be saying obviously. Yeah. So I learned that today. I'm gonna be making my Foxhole radio soon. I hope so. It would be interesting. I felt like explaining that to you guys because it helps me understand it a little bit more. But yeah, if anybody sees this and they have something to say about how I talk about diodes and whatnot, I would love to hear it, because I'm better at writing things down. Saying off the top of my head is a bit harder to explain, and I tend to go on. I tend to go loops. I'm hoping in the future I'll get better at this kind of stuff, and I'll end up being more direct with how I share my thoughts with other people and my understanding of certain concepts. So, yeah. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it. I was kind of not really doing much today. I woke up a little bit late. I got up at 11, made some coffee, of course, and I sat down, and I didn't turn on my computer and I didn't play any games. I didn't go on Guild Wars 2 sometimes and just sit around and not really do anything. So that was a waste, typically. I don't know why. So what my natural tendency was to, I guess, look at more stuff about diodes, and Engineering Mindset happened to have a video about that, so that's cool. And they basically went through all that. They also looked at the applications of diodes, like rectifiers, right, and how that process works. Yeah. So it's all cool stuff. I'm hoping to learn more. I'm hoping to build more things when it pertains to electronics. I'd love to see what kind of stuff I can make, because I seem to understand this stuff fairly well due to my understanding of physics works to some extent. It's not perfect, but hey, something. I have some kind of understanding of these components. So I'm hoping that I can build these components to make something interesting. I guess another thought that I didn't share last time with you guys is that I have two microcontrollers that I haven't used. The first one was I guess the second one was the STM32 one. I was hoping to make a gaming console out of that. I got a screen and everything, and I just got lazy, and I didn't make a driver for that. It's a monochrome display, and I just didn't feel like, I don't know, I didn't really have the energy for it, so I kind of forgot about it, and I started doing other things, and pretty much wasting my time. So I'm hoping maybe, since I'm getting into this whole communications thing, I can I could do something simple. I may just do like an RF frequency transfer receiver between both of them, so they can connect to each other and talk. I don't think I need an oscilloscope for that, though. I do have a multimeter. I know how to use it now, so I'm hoping that I don't think I need it. Well, I mean, it would help quite a bit. Just looking at diagrams of how the alternating current is going through for certain communication protocols would help out. But we'll see. We'll see. I still have to learn about the different communication protocols a little bit. I know, obviously, everybody knows that it involves a timer, typically a crystal oscillator of some sorts. I'm not sure about that. I guess I was also looking at earbuds today for my Foxhole. So I needed a high impedance one. Again, I've talked about this already. According to the internet, high impedance is necessary for the Foxhole radio. So some people said 20,000 impedance. I was like, that seems like a lot, but I'm not sure. I don't really have a good understanding of the units as much as somebody's been messing around with this for a long time. So, yeah, I think that's it. I was talking about, anyways. I'm trying to think of anything else I may want to talk about, but I'm a little bit tired. Even though I got up late. I've been up for basically 6 hours. I had coffee, though, so I guess it's probably the reason why I'm starting to crash. I'm hoping that I won't feel like this. Maybe I should probably do these recordings after that crash comes and then I sort of have more energy, so my brain isn't as scattered, so I can actually focus on my own thoughts more and be able to communicate with you guys better. But yeah, I mean, like I've been sitting down with myself a lot and I've been understanding how my mind works. If you guys are into personality typing, I guess I'm an INTP. Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty apparent. I think other people have typed me as that too, just based on observation and how my mind works. And if I really shared how my mind works, I think people would probably say that I'm the quintessential INTP. I love creating frameworks and applying them to the world and then slowly tweaking them to then create a new framework that's a little bit more compatible with what I'm seeing in reality. So it's kind of fun. I wish I did that more. And I was actually messing with electronics and I realized, yeah, I really do like anything that involves framework tweaking and then reapplying those frameworks to then understand the system a little bit more concisely to make it more predictable, I guess. Because a predictability system, you can create anything really. Well, okay, I don't know about anything, but anything that's within the constraints of the reality that we live in as of now. So it's kind of cool. I'm glad I know this now. I'm not, again, I think I've talked about winning and whatnot, and that's not really that interesting. Now, I would like to see if I could create a framework of planning, like a metacognitive framework of how to plan things, but maybe that's overthinking it. I can plan normally. I can look forward to the future for the most part. I've played chess before, of course. You know, anybody who's interested in any of this kind of stuff and systems would probably play a little bit of chess and see how their mind kind of understands the system and how it can build these new constructs to win, I guess. I could be better. I know it can be. It takes practice like anything else. Yeah, my dad actually tried. He wanted to play chess with me like 4 days or something. I don't know, it wasn't really the mindset. Then again, when I tend to delve a little bit deep, but I was like, why am I not in the mindset? Because like I don't really like, I don't know. I never cared about chess as much as other people. I've tried to care. I can't play games either, really. I've tried to care. It's been like that for basically any game I've really... I mean, I play games, but I've never really played super competitively. So, I don't know. Not really that competitive, I guess. So, my dad's extremely competitive. You'll find any way to beat me in anything to make him... Well, I don't know. It's like, I don't like saying to make himself feel better. If that's an ego thing or whatnot, but whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's it for today. I am quite the babbler, but I still can't really put my words together properly, so I think I'm going to end it early. Thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.